Hola, hi. I come to talk about customer service, these two big words. For years and years, I see companies struggling to get great customer service. Customer service is key. We need customer service. And this goes like this all around the world. We need customer service. It's true. For the last 20 years, I have a lot of companies asking me to fix their customer service. Still, even after 20 years, when we're at lunch or dinner, if someone talks about a bad story on customer service, we still have more bad stories than good stories. So how can something apparently so simple be so hard to get? But let's go back to 20 years ago. Well, I'm an engineer. So when the companies were saying, I need you to fix my customer service, you know how engineers do things? Engineers do things just like this. We do ratios, processes, standards, SOPs, everything. We are able to bring rationality to the process. Well, what do I see along these years around the world? I see companies providing trainings, the 5 steps for great customer service. 3 tips so that when your customer comes in your store, he smiles. Learn how to deal with complaints. Great. So we train humans. We fix them, kind of. The thing is, we believe that humans can be trained. So we provide what? Simple trainings. It's so simple. It's just 5 steps. Smile, say good morning, say hi, be gentle. It's really simple. But then, often, it doesn't happen. So we believe we can train humans. And for that, we believe we need simple formulas. And if we tell it to people in a simple way, they will do it. But actually, not always. There's a Chinese saying that says, we can take a horse to the water, but we cannot force him to drink. Maybe it's a little bit the same in customer service. So I see these in companies over and over again. And what do I see? I see a huge gap between simple trainings and implementation. There's a hole here. There's something, open. And I started to be fascinated about this black hole. What's going on? It's simple. People get trained. Companies invest money. And then we still have bad service. What's going on in the middle? I decided to start a journey of expedition. I want to know what's going on. I want to know the truth. But the thing was, how can I get to know the truth? How can I get the answer to this? Because something is happening, and I'm going to find it. And I started to believe that to find this, I needed to go inside the company. So the first thing I did was I started to go as an undercover customer. Well, as an undercover customer, sometimes I'm very friendly, sometimes a bit terrible, and sometimes it's really tough to be a customer undercover when you're in a dentist. Yeah, when you decide to be a customer undercover, you need to be a customer everywhere. But honestly, being a customer undercover was not enough. I was able to feel the service. I was able to know what was going on right and wrong, but I didn't get to the point. So I said, there's only one way. I need to be a kind of a spy. I need to be an undercover employee. I need to be an undercover consultant. And guess what? I did it. And for a lot of years, I worked undercover with different uniforms, younger in some cases. And I have a lot of fun. And so fun that even my kids went to check if I was able to do it. They are the ones there. Well, being a customer undercover taught me a lot of things through all these years. Now, back in 2015, I got this challenge of a big company to fix their customer service. So there I went. First, customer undercover. I went to the store and I was served by this lady, Anna. Terrifying. She didn't look at me. She didn't smile. I think she didn't even say thank you. And all the team was like, whoa. And I say, whew, long work ahead. Well, let me check as an undercover employee. So there I went, uniform, first day of work. Guess who was my first colleague? Hannah. She was nice. She smiled at me. She welcomed me. She didn't know I used to be an undercover customer. So for me, it was a question mark. Is the same girl? Strange. On my first day, and doing this undercover job in a lot of places, I start immediately to feel the way I'm received by the manager. In that case, the manager didn't even receive me. She delegated. I was not that important. And guess what I heard the manager said first thing in the morning to Anna? You know what? You know what she said? She turned to Anna and she said, so, did you leave your brain at home again? Yeah. Oh my gosh, can you believe this? This is one of hundreds of stories I have like this. And I was wondering, it's more tough than I expected. She didn't tell me I didn't have a brain. But I saw more things happening. Someone coming in and saying, hi, good morning, and you better work because I didn't see you do a thing today. So let's step back a little bit on this story. First, 3 things I learned from these kind of stories. 1, do you think Hannah was the problem or a symptom of the organization? 2nd, you see a lot of an organization through customer service. What's behind those faces and those behaviors? And 3rd, how can you expect someone to smile to a customer after being humiliated? Well, this leads me to something I would like to show and share with you. I don't believe we can train people, but we can inspire them. Have a look at this. And another one. After these 7 seconds, 2 videos, 7 seconds, do you still believe that Anna was the problem? Did any of you see these before? Maybe not. So this is a second videos that I find out to bring to people, not to train them, but to inspire them, to mobilize them, to make them see themselves in the mirror. Well, I told you I'm an engineer, so I need facts and numbers. And what I'm about to share with you, it's facts and numbers for more than 20,000 customers, 600 employees. Before I explain you the numbers, let me quick go through the indicator I'm going to use. It's called Net Promoter Score. For sure, a lot of you know what it is. But quickly, Net Promoter Score is something that Fred Ritschl came up to. It's one question. The question is, on a scale of 0 to 10, how likely would you recommend our business to a friend? And then from 0 to 10, you got 9 and 10, it's promoters, people who are going to speak and say good things about your business. When you go 0 to 6, you have detractors, people who are going to say bad things about your business. And then you have 7 and 8, which are passives. No good things, no bad things. How was it? It was. So Net Promoter Score, it's a number you get from the percentage of 9 and 10 promoters minus detractors, 0 to 6. This gives you a number, and this is a very powerful number because it can give you the growth of the company. Now, watch this data. The first NPS we measured around this big company, we got a plus 28%. It doesn't look bad on average. But these were a lot of stores. And I want to share with you the gap. Have a look at the worst store. The worst store was having an NPS of minus 40. It's not a mistake. It's minus 40. But the best store was having an NPS of plus 48. Ooh, Did someone did the wrong calculation here? No, it's correct. Now, guess what? This is customers. This is the voice of the customer. I'm sure you want to know the voice of the people, the voice of the employees. When we ask them, how likely would you recommend this store for a friend to work in? Check what happened in the worst store. -37. Coincidence. The best store, we have +11. When we look at these -37 and this 52% of working people who say, I would not recommend this place for any friend of mine to work, according to the World Bank, the working populations, it's 3.3 billion people. This means that if we apply these statistics, we would have around 1.8 billion people not liking what they do. And we want them to serve customers well? But let's dig a little bit more. Voice of the employees. We ask them, what do you like to have? And what would you wish you had? So in the worst store, look at what they would like to have. They would like to have trust. They would like to have a team. They would like to have communication. That's what they like to have, I'm sorry. And what would they wish they had? They wish to have care, recognition, respect, justice. Yeah, 6th place salary, some behaviors and team. Look at this. They're not asking for SOPs. They're not asking for standards, procedures. They're not even asking for training. They're asking for care. They're asking for respect. They're asking for connection. Look at the best store. So different. What I like to have recognition, concern and care, support and comprehension. I like my team and the organization. What would you like to have that you don't have right now? Well, rotation. It was a really repetitive job. So yes, there's not too much options. So people would like to go more along other jobs and distribution of tasks to do different things and go back to the old system, systems, information systems, and then we have a small 7% of recognition. Again, interesting. Interesting, the gap, because the other one, we were having a -40 NPS, and on this one, we have a +48. Now, after 1 year of project, we jumped from +28 to +42. Yes, it was a big raise. But again, these data show us an obvious correlation between the NPS of the customer and the satisfaction of the employees. So the key thing is, how do you take care of the people who take care of your customer? Yes, customer is a priority, but if you don't put people first, your customer will never be your priority. So in the end, and if you follow my heart on this talk, I would like to invite you to think about sports. When a soccer team plays and wins, the coach is a hero. When a soccer team loses, you get rid of the coach. How about companies? I'll leave you two things. One, if you're a leader, wonder and ask yourself this question. Am I a part of the problem and I didn't know it? If you have a bad leader, keep in mind to play the best you can, because there's always the chance that you change your club. What I would like to bring here is a wake-up call that we don't fix people, we fix machines. And with people, we mobilize and we inspire them, connecting, loving, and caring. And then we might have great customer service. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.